The basic procedure of estimating concrete works is determining volumes. Check out how to estimate volumes of different materials of a framework. Welcome to Quantity Surveying. The project for estimation in this video is a 3 by 2 base framework where we need to estimate the concrete to be poured for the second floor. Horizontal center-to-center distances is given as 6.7 meters, and vertical spans are 5.48 meters. The columns are 300 by 300 millimeters with an inclusive length of 1.5 meters. The beam's dimensions are 250 by 300 mm. Then the slab thickness is 100 millimeters. We are to estimate the quantities of cement, sand, and gravel using mixture class A. Start with columns. The framework has 12 of them. The volume of columns can be readily solved as 12 units times 0.3 by 0.3 width times length times the length of 1.5 meters, resulting to 1.62 cubic meters. By adding the wastage allowance of 5%, we get the column volume as 1.782 cubic meters. We use 5% as we are estimating columns, which are poured in forms. When using concrete mix class A, cement is then taken as the volume of 1.782 times 9, which turns out as 16.038 bags. The sand is computed as 1.782 times 0.50, giving 0.891 cubic meters. And gravel stays as 1.782 cubic meters as it is multiplied by 1. Next are the beams. With different lengths, we separate the 9 horizontal beams from the 8 vertical ones. The computation of the beam length is the bay length less twice of half the column size. For horizontal beams, the bay length is 6.7, then take out twice of half of the column width, which is 0.30, resulting to 6.4 meters. The vertical beam lengths are also 5.48 minus twice of half of 0.3, and that is 5.18 meters. Now take the total volume of the beams, which comprise of the 9 horizontal beams times the cross-sectional area of 0.25 by 0.30 and the length of 6.4 meters. Add to this the vertical beams, that is 8 units of 0.25 times 0.30 times the length of 5.18 meters. The volume is then 7.428 cubic meters. Incorporate the wastage allowance of 5%, making the required beam volume to 7.7994 cubic meters. Using Class A mix, cement quantity is 7.7994 multiplied by 9, producing 70.1946 bags. Sand is then taken as 7.7994 times 0.5, and that is 3.8997 cubic meters. Gravel is estimated as 7.7994 times 1, which becomes 7.7994 cubic meters. The next member to estimate is the slab. The framework has 6 units of slab where the thickness is 4 inches or 100 millimeters. The area of slab is computed as the gross area of the base, less the overlapping columns, horizontal and vertical beams. Let's break down each item. The gross area of the slab is taken from the on-center distances of 5.48 times 6.7 meters. This area is deducted by the area of the columns, where, checking on the overlapping parts of the columns from the slab, there are 4 of a quarter of the 4 columns, which can be simplified as one whole column cross-sectional area. So the area of the column is just 0.3 times 0.3. Next are the horizontal beams, which are found from the bottom and the top of the slab. There are 2 units of half of the horizontal beams, which can be simplified as plainly the cross-sectional area of the beam. This we can compute as the width of 0.25 meters times the clear length of 6.7 minus 0.30. The last reduction comes from the vertical beams. Deduct twice of half of the vertical beams. This is then taken as the whole width of 0.25 times the clear length of 5.48 minus 0.3. The total slab area is then computed as 33.731 square meters. With a wastage allowance of 5%, the slab volume is computed as 1.05 times 6 spans of 33.731 area times the thickness of 0.1 meter. This gives a total volume for slabs as 21.25053 cubic meters. We use this to take the quantities with Class A mix. Cement is then 21.25053 times 9, making 191.25 bags. Sand is half of the volume, resulting to 10.63 cubic meters. And gravel stays as 21.25 cubic meters. The bill of materials for concrete works for the framework then is summarized. Starting with cement, where columns require 16.04 bags, beams needing 70.20, and slab asking for 191.25. These sum up to 277.49 bags, which is rounded up to 278 bags of 40 kilogram cement. Next is sand. Columns require 0.89, beams 3.90, and slabs need 10.63. Placing them all together as 15.42 cubic meters, rounded up as 15.5 cubic meters. Take note that aggregates can be ordered in half cubics. Gravel, on the other hand, has column requirement of 1.78, beams with 7.80, and slabs with 21.25. These are totaled to 30.83 cubic meters, which can be rounded up to 31 cubic meters.